Started off working at my mom's house, but I'm still stuck inside my mom's house. Dreaming about 10 bands when I walk it out. Then I wake up, boy, what you talking about? You ain't never gonna catch me slipping. Just wait until you see me winning. And I'ma tell you from the jump, I just hope you listen. Homie, wait until you see me winning.
This is Cover 2 Sports. I'm Chase Hope.
I'm Tex Armstrong.
And we never have blown coverage. It's over, Tex. The Butch Jones era at Tennessee is over.
I'm not even a Tennessee fan, man. And I'll tell you what, I was in the car with a Tennessee fan, our buddy, Noah McKay.
Yeah, he was on last week.
We were on our way to the Titans game, and he thought it was a joke, man. We're driving, and I said, hey, man, Butch is fired. And he said, man, that's not funny. That's not a funny joke to make. I said, no, man, look. And I showed him the tweet. And, I mean, he played Bye 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 by NSYNC. He played whatever that stupid song y'all sing.
Rocky Top?
Yeah, Rocky Top.
That is not stupid. That is a Tennessee tradition.
Anyways, it's the most annoying sound to my ears. He played that. I mean, he played everything.
The most annoying sound? Are you not from Tennessee?
No, I'm not.
Do you not live in Tennessee?
Listen, man, where I live doesn't mean anything, okay? That song, it makes me, when I hear it, I just want to throw up. It's puke. Just like the Tennessee colors, okay?
Wow. I know you're a Texas fan, but they're orange too.
Yeah, we're burnt orange, the right orange, all right? But, I mean, to be honest, it's about time that he was out. I mean, losing his last 13 SEC games.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it didn't happen any sooner.
Yeah.
My opinion, not even being a Tennessee fan, 2015 Oklahoma is when he was out. They had every chance to win that football game, and they didn't.
Yeah. I mean, if you're just an average person, and you look at his record, you might say, why would they fire him? But when you dig a little deeper to all the incidents that have took place under him, for instance, the whole Jalen Hurd last year debacle, wanting all of a sudden transfer to this year, shot total, falls on a helmet. You have another guy kicking his teammate. You have Darrell Taylor kicking his teammate in the face.
And, I mean, the two biggest instances for me that I was so surprised he did not get fired at was, one, he played a linebacker with a concussion against Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then, and this hurts my heart for the kid, he burns that kid's red shirt for 3 plays. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
You're going to burn a kid's red shirt for 3 plays.
In his press conference following that game, he said, well, we knew it was coming. Well, should it have been coming?
Why don't you run a Wildcat?
Exactly.
You lose this kid, you lose an entire year.
Entire year of eligibility.
Over 3 plays.
Yep.
On the second half of the season.
Now, granted, he did play this week against Missouri, but I fully believe Guarantano would have been able to play.
Oh yeah. You're telling me you can't run a Wildcat for 3 plays? It makes no sense. And after that, I was like, there's no way Butch survives this night.
Yeah.
I thought he wasn't going to be invited on the bus. And then just out of nowhere, like, why now? Why do you think? I mean, why now? Why if you only have 2 games left? If you only have 2 games left, why are you gonna fire him now? Why don't you just wait 2 games?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, do you think maybe that they already had somebody hired?
I think they might have. I know you saw Curry's reaction.
Listen, man, I saw that press conference after the fact, and I was like, man, with that reaction that he had after the Gruden question, like when who was that? Let me see. I'm gonna pull up what he said. He was asked, Butch Jones has been fired. Do you have any comment on who the next Vols head coach would be? And then they specifically asked him about John Gruden, right? And so when they asked him about John Gruden, it's like this devilish smirk came over his eyes. You know what I'm saying? Or over his face. And then he just says, we're just, my responsibility is to conduct as efficient as a search as possible. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I feel like he may already have somebody hired. I feel like Gruden's already there.
Now, a few weeks ago, I have seen reports where they've offered him $10.2 million per year to come to Knoxville.
He's not coming for $10.2.
Hey, that's a lot of money, man.
This man gets paid Even though his Gruden QB camp got canceled, this man gets paid big bucks.
But he might know
wide or two spy banana.
But he knows ESPN, man, they're falling hard.
I like this guy. This guy's not a very good quarterback. Wide or two spied banana. You're going to tell me you're only going to pay him $0.2 million more, and he's going to leave just talking on TV once a week?
Well, I know for a fact his wife wants to move back to Knoxville, Texas. You've heard the groomers. They cannot be false. They're groomers.
Listen, man.
His wife, they bought a house. Who buys their son that huge of a house while he's in college to live in?
People who make $10 million
Or
a year.
maybe somebody who's planning to come coach.
Listen, man. He has no experience at the college level.
What high school kid would not want to play for John Gruden?
Listen,
honestly, say you're a top notch, you're a top tier recruit.
I was pretty good in my heyday.
And John Gruden calls you. John Gruden. You see him on ESPN, you've seen him, you know he's a Super Bowl winner, you know he's had the QB camp, he's got a bunch of people recognized, got a bunch of people drafted from his QB camp alone. He calls you and says, Hey Tex, would you like to come play at University of Tennessee? I've got a full scholarship right here waiting on you.
No, because he said University of Tennessee.
Come on, Tex.
Listen, man.
Who doesn't want to play for John Gruden?
Listen, man. I don't think, because, and he was barely a winning coach when he won a Super Bowl.
That's all you need to know. He won a Super Bowl.
He won a Super Bowl with self-motivated pro players. He has no...
Self-motivated?
He has...
I think they just wanted that ring. They wanted that check.
Exactly.
There's no more motivation.
They get paid millions of dollars. These kids are getting an education. Half of them don't even want.
No, they show up every day to practice because they're trying to get to where they can make that millions of dollars. There is no group of people more dedicated, more motivated than a college athlete because they're trying to get that big check. And John Gruden's going to get them there.
John Gruden's not coming to Tennessee.
John Gruden's coming, Tex. Don't let me down like this.
Listen,
come on.
They're called groomers for a reason.
They're called groomers because they're true.
They're not called gracks or, the word for facts. They're not called any of that stuff. They're called groomers because they're not, you can't say that they're true.
Groomers, they're true. They're all true.
So you just
there's a reason Vegas has him listed as the favorite to be the next head coach.
Vegas has been wrong before.
Not many times.
It doesn't matter. Vegas has been wrong before.
Among other candidates for the job, there is Les Miles, Scott Frost, Lane Kiffin, and Bob Stoops. You're obviously going to have to call Bob Stoops. I know he just retired. But the man has a 190-48 record. He's never won less than 7 games, and that was his first season at Oklahoma back in '99.
If the man just retired from winning all those ball games, you think he's fixing to come to Tennessee?
He could pull an Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer retired from Florida, goes to Ohio State.
I don't see it happening, Chase.
Honestly, I don't see it, and that's why I said a long time ago I can see Bob Stoops, Chip Kelly, and John Gruden all saying no's. I feel like it's easy for them to say no.
Oh yeah.
They're in the spot where they're proven. John Gruden isn't proven at the college level.
No, he's not.
But he's a proven coach.
He shouldn't be the Tennessee coach. Anyways, Chip Kelly. The thing that may land Tennessee Chip Kelly is the fact that he's itching to coach. He's just one of those guys that loves to coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he wants to be in a program. And he could turn Tennessee around, unlike John Gruden. John Gruden, I will say it 17
You're
million
killing
times.
me, Tex.
You're
killing me,
is
Tex.
not coming to Tennessee. He shouldn't be there. He's not been proven at the college level. He's not going to win ball games.
You know the Sandlot where reporters like, you're killing me, Smalls. This is how I feel right now.
It's
you're
fine,
killing me, Tex.
because I'm killing you with the truth.
No, you're killing me with nothing. Nothing. It's nothing. He's coming.
Hey, Jeff Fisher's out of a job. Why don't you hire him?
No, it's not.
He's about the same thing as John Gruden.
Jeff Fisher never won a Super Bowl.
Hey.
There's a reason he came up a yard short.
Every dog has his day any given Sunday.
But another guy a lot of people are wanting to talk about is Scott Frost.
Oh, God.
Now Scott Frost, in my opinion, I do not want him at Tennessee.
Why?
Because he's only coached 2 years. He ain't even coached a full 2 years. His first season at UCF, he went 6-7. Now, granted, they're 9-0 right now, but it's at University of Central Florida.
Hey,
it's not at USC. It's not at Texas.
One of the best quarterbacks in the NFL came from UCF, sir.
Oh,
Beautiful Blake Bortles
goodness.
from Jacksonville.
Yeah, Blake
Beautiful
Bortles.
Blake Bortles from Jacksonville, buddy.
Honestly, though, a realistic...
He's got him at number 11 in the country. So you're going to tell me you're going to take... So you would take John Gruden
Sure would.
over a guy who has a team ranked number 11 in his second year.
If you're a kid coming out of high school, who would you be more be more interested in answering the phone to? John Gruden or Scott Frost?
Scott Frost, because his name sounds cool.
No, because his name sounds
He has
cool.
them at 11. He has them ranked at 11.
John Gruden had
He
the
has them
Buccaneers a Super Bowl.
He has them above Penn State, Oklahoma State, USC, Washington, Mississippi State, Washington State, Stanford, Michigan, Memphis, Michigan, West Virginia, LSU, Virginia Tech, NC State, and Michigan State.
Way to go, Tex. I'm glad you can read from 12 to 25.
Hey, look, it's been a hard time, all right? I can barely count to 10 growing up, all right? He's a winner. He only has 2 seasons, but he's a winner.
You can't say he's a winner if he's in his second year.
You can't
And
say
he
John
went
Gruden's
6
a
and
winner 'cause
7.
John Gruden's never
He
been a
went
coach.
he went 6 and 7 last year and lost in the Auto Nation Cure Bowl.
Okay, and? You know who's never lost in that? John Gruden. You know who's never coached in college? John Gruden.
John Gruden, you're going to be eating a lot of crow. But honestly, another more realistic option and a guy I'd really like to see in orange, Les Miles. Without a doubt, Les freaking Miles. He's 197. He's 142 and 55, and he's coached a total of 197 games, 9 and 6 in bowl games.
Let me ask you this. What offer are you going to present to any of these guys that are top names?
Well, Scott Frost, I don't want him to get an offer.
Okay, whatever, Chase. These guys, what are you going to offer them? You can't, because like if you just say, hey man, you want to come coach Tennessee? No.
Why not?
They're terrible.
Tennessee,
They're not a good football team.
Tennessee is one of the most illustrious jobs in college football.
The New York Yankees are one of the most illustrious teams in MLB history.
Okay.
And from 2010 to 2016, they were hot garbage.
Okay. A couple years before Alabama hired Nick Saban, they were hot garbage.
Exactly. Are you comparing John Gruden to Nick Saban?
I did not just compare him to Nick Saban.
I think you did. I think you tried to get it by me, and it's not working. I don't think it's going to happen.
Here's my point. Nick Saban goes to NFL, did not do good, goes to Alabama, instant.
Better coach than John Gruden.
No, God. Did Nick Saban win a Super Bowl?
How many national championships does he have?
John Gruden ain't had the chance to win a national championship.
Exactly.
So what are you going to do if he gets one and he takes it? He puts it in his pocket and takes it.
He's not going to. He's not coming to.
He's coming to Knoxville. God, I swear, I don't know if there'll be a show next week. I might have to murder Tex.
He's not coming.
He's coming.
He's not.
He's coming.
You don't have one shred of evidence. Everything you have is circumstantial. He's not coming to Tennessee.
You don't have no shred of evidence that he's not coming.
He gets paid $10 million
by a company
by
a company that's dying, and he got offered 10.2.
I don't like my job, but if they still pay my bills, I'll be there.
What if somebody offered you more money?
I mean, if they offer
and your wife wants to move back home, your son's going to UT. You just bought a house.
My son would never go to UT, first of all.
Well, John Gruden's does.
Anyways, listen. I understand why people would want John Gruden. He's not coming. Okay? Some of these other candidates are Les Miles, even Frost. Some of these guys, they would be better than John Gruden.
No. Nope.
Listen, even like this is what makes me a little mad. John Curry smiled. You know, like
because he's coming.
No, he's not. He's not. He's not coming. He's not.
Gruden is on his way, man.
Okay.
He's on his way.
Gruden's on his way.
He's on his way.
You know who's on their way right now? The U, baby. The U is back business, baby. It is back in business. They have some of the best guys. They have some of the best. I mean, Malik Rozier.
Oh, he's a stud.
2,400 yards. And, I mean, this kid, he's completed 169 of his 298 attempts.
And he's a – I can't remember if is he a sophomore, junior?
I believe. I'm not exactly sure. Hold on, give me 2 seconds, and I'll let you know.
But I mean, the
He's
kid,
a junior, yeah.
yeah,
He's
the
a junior.
kid is on fire.
And I mean, he's this season. So his career, I just saw it, he had 2,780 yards. He's gonna surpass that this season alone. This kid's good. I mean, and then you have Travis Homer, 758 yards rushing. Their next guy, Mark Walton, 428 yards rushing.
That's crazy.
They have 2 receivers, 400 yards or better. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 receivers, 200 yards or better.
And you know what's crazy? Is this is only Mark Richt's second year at Miami.
You know what it is?
Sometimes a change of scenery is great.
You know what it is?
What is it?
Turnover chain, baby. That bling they've got, man. I mean, they say you got the rally squirrel for baseball and all that type of stuff, but this is probably the second best team that Miami's ever had.
Behind
Behind their early 2000s
yeah,
team. Oh
back when they had Ed Reed,
Oh,
Sean
my-
Taylor,
Oh,
Jeremy
my-
Shockey,
Oh my God,
Willis
that team
McGahee.
that team was so good, and I mean this team.
They
I
even
don't
had
think-
The Rock.
I don't even.
I mean, come
Dwayne
on.
Johnson. I don't know if this team's good. It's not. No team compares to that team.
Yeah,
But this team is good, man. They're making football fun to watch again.
I mean definitely. And how about them against Notre Dame? Boy, what a game!
What I mean,
for a Miami fan, what
oh, yeah.
a game!
Yeah, instant classic.
Yeah.
It just
And what got me was I didn't see it on any of the major networks, but I seen a bunch of memes going around. It was the Catholics versus convicts.
yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Hey man, the prisoners.
That's awesome.
Hey, the prisoners are running the inmates are running the prison, man.
All right, Bob McNair.
No, I'm just kidding, man. No, but I mean, if that's what they want to call it, that's what they want to call it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think those kids. I mean, I don't think those kids at Florida need to be dubbed,
Miami.
convict.
Yeah, that's
in
awful.
Florida. They don't need to be. They don't need to be.
That's
dubbed
awful.
convict. Like it's just, and that's what happens when a team is good and people try to make them not seem as good as they are.
I mean, there's a reason Miami's ranked number 2.
I think they should be number 1.
You think they should be ahead of Bama?
I think they should be ahead of Bama.
Ahead of your highly coveted Nick Saban, Alabama?
Listen, man.
What?
I love Nick Saban just as much as the next guy.
I hate him. I hate him.
You can't deny greatness.
I can't. He's great, but
Yeah,
I hate him.
Exactly. So I feel like Miami's had a more consistent and like they've had to fight to win games. They, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can say Alabama steamrolls people. That's why they're number 1.
Nobody dubbed Miami nobody thought they were gonna come up and be ranked number 2.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
especially with a 2-year head coach, their schedule's been pretty strong. I mean, anytime you beat a team that's top 10, top 5 ranked, I mean, this team is for real. And I think and I'm gonna get some. I may get some flack for this. They might win it all.
Oh, they definitely have that fighter mentality.
I don't because
I could see it happening.
Here's the thing. Alabama is not foolproof.
No.
Deshaun Watson tore them up before. They've lost before. I think Miami wants it more. I think they're hungrier. I think their kids want it more. I think the coach wants it more than Nick Saban wants it. Because you can build a dynasty, and you can still fight to win every year. But there comes a time in a dynasty where you just you unknowingly become a little more complacent.
Yeah.
You don't fight to win as hard because you're always picked to win. So you're like, if I'm picked to win, I'm picked to win.
Yeah. And another reason I can see that happening is because, honestly, I don't think Alabama's quarterback, Jalen Hurts, I don't think he's that good. He uses his legs, which that gives him a different dynamic, gives you more you have to prepare for. But Malik Rozier can do the same thing.
Malik Rozier's a better quarterback.
I agree, 100%.
And I think that Alabama may have a better complete team, but it's not always the complete team that wins.
No.
It's the team that
as
wants it
Butch
more.
Jones would say, you got to have the 5-star hearts. You got to have the 5-star hearts.
Listen, man, and it's just like I love seeing Miami at number 2 because I felt like they should have been there before. I felt they should have been top 5 a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Because they're a great team. They that's one of the famous they play to win the game. You know what I mean?
Hello?
Yeah, and they are fun to, like I said, they're fun to watch. They make the NCAA fun again. They give you the turnover chance. I love it, man. I love when people do that. They're not afraid to be themselves. Reed's come back and he's been on the sidelines and he's pumping people up. And I just don't want Alabama. I just don't want Alabama to be number one anymore. I'm tired of Alabama.
Well, you know what happened? Last week they're not number one, and Georgia is. They go out and get steamrolled by Auburn.
Georgia, man, they let us down.
Yeah, I mean, out of the top 4 teams right now, we have Alabama, Miami,
Clemson, and Oklahoma.
Who out of those 4? Who do you see 1 or 2? Who do you see not being there at the end? I mean, in my opinion, it's Clemson. I think they're the first one out, and I can see Oklahoma being out. But the only way I see Oklahoma falls out is if they lose another game or if Georgia is able to beat Alabama in the SEC champion game. That's the only way I think Georgia can undoubtedly get back in the top 4.
The only way that Oklahoma falls out is if a guy named Baker Mayfield stops playing. That kid is good. I'm not saying he's going to be like a great NFL quarterback or whatever. A lot
of people say that, but I mean, he's been in college for like 5-6 years.
He's been there like 87 years.
Yeah.
But you can't deny how good he's been.
No, he's great.
And so, like, I think behind USC's Sam Darnold, I think he's the best quarterback in college right now.
I don't know.
But that's just my opinion.
I understand. I mean, this is definitely a deep draft class of quarterback. You have Josh
I feel like
Rosen.
Oh yeah. You got all those guys, and I just feel like he's gonna pick it up when it matters the most, and he's not gonna let Oklahoma fall out of at least the top 5. But I don't think Georgia gets after Georgia's abysmal play. I don't think they have it in them.
Yeah. Well, like I said, their only chance is to beat.
Like that?
Their only chance is to beat Alabama in the championship game, and Auburn's only chance is to beat Alabama in the Iron Bowl. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, my pick is Miami. I think they're dethroning the champs. I think they're winning it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that they're going to have so much fun that nobody's going to be able to beat them.
Well, another team I see coming up is I feel like Clemson's going to fall out.
Oh, of course.
But I feel like Wisconsin, if Wisconsin can finish strong and they end up winning the Big Ten, I think they're a lock. If they can win their conference, they're a lock.
They're a lock that every other team has the key to. They're not. I don't.
I mean, they're 10-0.
10-0 doesn't mean anything.
I'm just saying.
I mean, obviously,
how you cannot put in a 1-loss Oklahoma team over a 10-0 Big Ten champ.
I mean, you're right, but I just don't trust Wisconsin.
I mean, I don't trust them either. I'm just saying if they're able to finish, if they're able to win the Big Ten, stay undefeated, they're a lock.
Yeah, I could see. I mean,
and that's one thing you don't hear much about Wisconsin. Maybe that's what drives them.
I didn't even know they were number 5. I didn't even know that because they're Wisconsin. Nobody talks about them. I haven't talked about Wisconsin in forever.
Usually the only time you're talking about Wisconsin is if you're talking about Green Bay, and if you're talking about Green Bay, you're talking about Aaron Rodgers. So
exactly. And it just talking about Aaron Rodgers, something that goes along with some of these standings and stuff like that. These guys, they play once a week.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Like, they play Saturday. That's it. Once you get bowl games, a little bit different, whatever. But these guys play once a week. They know when they're playing. It's a set time.
Every now and then they'll have that week game, but they have, more time to...
Exactly.
Yeah.
NFL doesn't do that.
No.
NFL, their Thursday night football, I think it's terrible.
You think it's terrible?
I think it's terrible. I think it needs to go.
I love it.
But here's the thing. It can be fixed with one simple suggestion.
Well, what's your problem with it?
It doesn't give guys enough time to recuperate.
I understand that. They play if they play a game on Sunday, they're usually not done being sore till Wednesday.
I'll use this game. I was at the Tennessee Titans game.
Okay.
Yesterday, okay?
Yep. Big win. Big win.
Perfect, whatever. That guy gets on my nerves. But Mariota got a little banged up. Got his breath knocked out of him. His left shoulder's a little injured. And then also Delaney Walker got a little injured as well.
He's been banged up.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? But even more so yesterday.
Yeah. So what if you can't come back in time for Thursday?
Exactly. You're going to tell me you're going to lose your two of your top guys and your top guy Mariota?
Yeah.
If it's a Sunday game, they get healed up, they're ready to go.
Yeah. So now it's more, which I understand because if the Titans win that game, if the Titans beat the Steelers Thursday night, they're locked into the 2 seed.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's already their division to lose.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but it's like, if the Titans had a bye this week and then played the Steelers next Thursday, if both of them had a bye this week and played each other next Thursday, would the fans have to wait a little bit longer? Yeah.
But it's their scheduled bye week.
You have 32 teams. 16 weeks of play with a bye week. So with 17 with a bye week.
But the problem is if you put the bye week, their week before they play Thursday Night Football, well, there's a Thursday Night Football game every week. Every team ends up playing on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, but there's a way. But with the bye week, there's a way that you can make it work.
But you don't want somebody being on their bye week 2, week 3.
I mean, if that's what it does if that's what it takes to keep these players healthy, if that's what it does to ensure that players are giving their all on Thursdays and they're not just running through the motions, and they have the proper time to recuperate, I'm all for it.
Well, here's my thing. Why not move it from Thursday to Friday?
Friday would never. I just.
Because of high school?
Well,
Does the NFL care about high school football?
Well, I don't really think it's just because of high school. It's not a very marketable day for football. You know what I'm saying? Because
I don't get that though.
Well,
because
you gotta think people,
everybody's done working. They're excited to be off. A lot of people go out to the bars. They go out to eat. They have parties. Perfect time to sit down and watch a football game.
Yeah, but see, like you said, you already have some things that are marketed there. A lot of times there's basketball games and like you said, there's high school football, so people aren't going to be able to watch their kids and their favorite teams and stuff like that.
I get that.
But it's just, and this is the thing, because it could, teams start a team, their first game of the season is Thursday night. They skip that Sunday, they play next Sunday. There's a perfect way to be able to line it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if you play that first Thursday, you're going to be fine come next Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so like.
It's great if you play the Thursday because you get the extra time until you play again. But if you play that Sunday before, gotcha.
And so, like, especially with all of these injuries that are going on, you can't argue against it. You know what I'm saying? Like Aaron Hernandez, when everything that happened with him, they said that he had the worst case of CT at his age ever.
Yeah, they said I think they said he had the brain of a 60-plus-year-old man.
Like, like crazy, ridiculous numbers. And you have all these guys coming out saying that they've had it, they've got CT, they're going to donate their brains and stuff like that, and all these injuries that are happening in the NFL. It's a big problem.
Yeah, I mean,
so why not? Why you would still make just as much money? It would just take a little bit more time on the scheduling, and that's it.
I mean, just look at who all's injured. You have Aaron Rodgers, Odell Beckham Jr., Julian Edelman, Deshaun Watson,
Zach
Ertz.
No, not Zach Ertz. I'm sorry.
No,
the Bears. Zach Miller.
Zach Miller. Sorry, Zach Miller. J.J. Watt, Merciless. I mean,
yeah.
It's crazy,
and it's because they don't have enough time to prepare. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. They can't. You just can't.
Joe Thomas never misses a game and he's hurt.
Dude had what was it? His 10,300
something like that. You never missed
a
snap.
And so it's just like, if you have a rash of injuries like that, you got to do something.
Yeah.
Cool. Thursday night football is great. I love sitting. I'm such a big football fan. If there's not a football game on, I'm itching.
Yeah.
I want a football game.
I understand. And a lot of people bash the matchups, but you're not going to have good matchups because they try to let every team in the NFL at least have one primetime game.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I mean, that doesn't matter either.
Yeah.
A football game's a football game. Mm-hmm. The Jets, at the beginning of the season, were not favored to win against anybody.
Yeah.
And they've got 4 wins.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't sit down and tell me this game is going to be this type of game because you never know. People when
the 49ers just got their first win.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that a team is going to win or lose on any there's your odds or whatever, but any given Sunday, and in this case any given Thursday. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, because this is going to be a big game against Pittsburgh for the Titans on Thursday.
Yeah.
And if Mariota's out, they lose the game.
Yeah, I mean there's no way Castle's going to be able to outscore Big Ben and Antonio Brown.
Who's that? Who's Matt?
Exactly.
Well, I'd rather have Rusty Smith. Remember him?
Yeah, I remember him. I don't know if I'd rather have old Rusty or not.
You know what I'm saying? But my point is just you can't win with the Titans can't win without Mariota. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? So if you have star players like that, like Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watt, all those guys, these aren't just like third string, second string guys. These are the top guys at their position. These are Pro Bowlers. These are guys who can transcend a franchise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
I mean, quarterbacks are arguably the most important position of any sport.
You're telling me.
And all 4 of them combined.
You're telling me.
Yeah.
And I mean, because I had 18 minutes of joy. 18 minutes. That's all I had with Deshaun Watson. He was just born to us, and then he was taken away.
Well, I mean, you got him at least for a couple games.
I don't care. a couple games. Do you know who I have starting?
Well, you said 18 minutes of joy.
18 minutes of joy. I'd have rather been sad the entire season. I don't want him for 7 games. I want him for the entire 16. Not Tom Savage.
But he's a savage.
He is not. He had 4 turnovers. The Chargers scored on us. Or not the Chargers, the Rams. They scored on us.
Well, the Rams are, they have a pretty good offense.
They scored 2 touchdowns in 19 seconds.
What's Tex? I know you're
had 4
frustrated. I know you're frustrated.
Tom Savage had 4 turnovers.
But
You're real good at football, aren't you, Tom? You're real good at football, aren't you, buddy?
What do you expect whenever you lose, 2 of your... I mean, obviously, you lose your captain on defense in J.J. Watt. You lose Merciless. You lose Deshaun Watson. And arguably, there's a huge gap between a starter and a backup quarterback.
I'm mad.
And in your case, it's extreme.
And this is the other thing. Deshaun Watson went down with a non-contact injury, okay? And, there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? But that's even more proof about the whole, we need to have better scheduling and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it just makes me sad that we don't have such a competitive league right now. There's teams that are just kind of running away with it. You know what I'm saying? And because you really have, it's the Eagles, it's the Patriots, it's the Rams, maybe the Chargers. You know what I'm saying?
Chargers.
The Chargers.
The Chargers ain't running away with nothing.
No, I'm just kidding. But it's, you know what I'm saying? And so, you just have to take better care of your team. And the fact that the Texans keep signing guys like Josh Johnson, Matt McGloin, T.J. Yates. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You guys are not football players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just
Well, I mean, they are football players, but...
No, they're not.
I mean,
they're
okay.
not football players. Put me in a jersey, I'll throw the ball better than all of them. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just they just got to do better, and they've got to... The league has to improve. They have to do something better with these injuries. They have to take better care of these players. You know what I'm saying? They got it right with Wilson, Russell Wilson, when they said that the Seahawks violated the protocol or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So I digress a little bit off into the Texans because, that's my team and all. But you have to do a little bit better at taking care of your players and actually caring about their outcome, their health. And so you have to do a better job.
Well, guys, that's all we got for this week. We want to thank you for listening. Once again, I'm Chase Hope.
I'm Tex Armstreet.
And this was Cover 2 Sports.